Coming up
I do
on the check-in.
school events, especially elementary, middle school. Oh my God. We need this type of contract and we need this type of insurance and we need you to sign this document, something about like child molestation or something like that, bro. Sir.
Now the vibes are set.
Mhm.
Well, that means we're in, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? This is your episode of the check-in this week. Your boy DJ Brandon Beach, my main man, Nice for Life, on the other side of the panel. Two DJs checking in with each other, checking on life, checking on the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, and we come together every week to talk about the problems and solutions in life that you, us, everybody's going through. What's up, my brother?
Man, I'm chilling, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. No, happy that we can hop on another episode. For those who don't know that watch the show, I'm over here on East Coast time. So over here it's 11:30 at night, and I gotta really fight the urges. I gotta fight the urges to go down, but we stay up to make sure that we can get in this episode of the check-in because I feel like that we have such great material for the people to hear on our show.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? How are you doing, my brother? You're coming off of a big weekend. I know we had a little bit of a talk on the phone, but I had to put it on hold for this
Right.
episode so we can hear about the amazing lead up to what you had done this past weekend.
Yeah, let me unbutton my shirt real quick. Oh, can't get me. Sorry about that. Yeah, man. This weekend was interesting. I'll say that.
Start from the
nothing
beginning.
bad.
Give the people from the what did we do? Where are we? Break it down for us.
Yes. So I have a new residency at the Buddha nightclub. Been doing it for 3 weeks now. It's my third weekend
In Oakland.
And this past Friday, we had Cardi B in the building. She did her show at the Chase Center. Shot the official after party at the Buddha. So your boy got to do his thing. Ended up on Cardi B's Instagram story.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was cool. She's cool as hell. She came through, chilled for like 30, 45 minutes, hung out with her friends, with her fans, signed a bunch of autographs, and the night went well. It was drama-free. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got shot. I went up there. I did my thing. And, yeah, on to the next, man. With that being said, happy, excited. But like I said, on to the next. It was just another gig. But there's many more to come.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad that, I'm always love seeing my guy shine, you know what I'm saying? And that looked like you were really having a good time that night, especially at my boy was on the table hitting the fist bump with Cardi B in the back. You were,
Somebody,
hey man, you had your shot too. Her and Stefan, they didn't end up going. You could have been the new Stefan, man.
Oh man, bro, and come to find out, bro, she's like 5'1", maybe even 5 feet, and she had heels on. I'm over here like,
she looked like she about like 80% butt, and what I'm saying?
She's tiny, bro.
Like
she's tiny.
Yo, goodness, man.
Hey, the short fella's got a chance.
Yo,
she a real one.
No, that's what's up. I'm
only 5'9", so I'm short for a guy.
Hey, she make you look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar standing next to her,
right?
Looking like a little Oompa Loompa out
right,
there.
Right. My social media was doing well too. Everybody messaging me like, "Hey, I see you on Cardi B's story," and So like I said, I got a little bit of clout out of it. You know what I mean? A little bit.
What if you were to give any advice to a DJ, and that's one of the goals that they have, and they're kind of just getting in the game? Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea on like what are some steps that would be to get them to that point where they would be able to be in position to do a show like that?
Yeah, no, most definitely. If one, I would scout and do homework on venues that host celebrities. That's first and foremost. Find out who the owner is, who the bar manager is, and let them know that you're willing to open up. You're willing to, set the vibe, set the tone. Any way to get your foot in the door. If you come in a couple nights prior, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying like you just show up like on the day of the event, but familiarize yourself with, like I said, the owner or the bar manager. Like I said, go to the venue, check out the vibe, and then introduce yourself and come correct. Come with those points. Get straight to it. Don't small talk them. And then let them know and keep showing up, keep trying, and be persistent.
Now,
And
here I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate with you.
go ahead.
Now, let's say you're a seasoned DJ
Season.
and you
Okay.
feel like that you're getting skipped over on these opportunities. You've been in the process, you've been in the loop, you've been opening up, you've been doing the graveyard shifts, you've been
Mhm.
warming them up, you finally got the opportunity, but you're just not able to break through that glass ceiling. But give me some hard truths, give me some mentalities, like let's get down to, because when shit isn't going the way but you feel like you're still in the loop, what would you
Yes.
say to them?
Okay. The hard truth is pray. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
This is the hard truth. The hard truth is master what it is that you're doing. Like you're trying to get to the next level, master your level first. Because the person who's on the next level, who is above you, whether it be another DJ, another person, another position, they're trying to get to the next level. All you can do is master your level and hope to be recognized in order to get to the next level, is what I will say. That's the hard truth. The hard truth is that do what you do best and keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you could you could brown nose a little, There's nothing wrong with that. When you're doing those hard shifts, shouting out everybody, shouting out that DJ who is up there, shouting out the business owner playing music, shouting out the bartenders. Just again, that's a part of mastering your level, the level that you're at. And eventually you will be recognized. It just takes time.
No, you're definitely right about that. um I definitely had a feeling, during my DJ career where I was stuck in a loop at one time, but I did know that I think one thing that helps a lot of DJs, and they don't realize this until way after they've been trying to like get into every spot that they can, it's like you almost have to have this air about you, like you don't need DJing,
Yep.
and that almost like gets you more gigs.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's if you have to brag or show off or introduce or tell people about what you do, then you're not that known, obviously, but you're not doing it at the level that you should be. If you have to introduce yourself, if you have to tell people what you do, then keep working. That's what I'll say. I'll say you got to keep working. You want to get to the point where you don't have to. People will just start coming to you. When you're, I wouldn't say careless, but you're just laser focused and tunnel vision on what it is that you're doing, and let it just come to you, and just act natural. That's how it usually happens. I wouldn't even say that with just DJing. I think that's just with everything.
Yeah, you got to kind of treat it like when you're talking to a girl a little bit.
Yeah,
You got to be aloof.
exactly. I mean, chicks don't walk up to you and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a guy. I'm looking to be in a relationship." You know what I mean? Like, no, you got to find out. You know?
That's the only way. That's the only way it was possible. Yeah, that's dope, man. No, I'm really happy to see you getting those opportunities. I hope that you guys are able to maintain a certain level of nightlife that might be missing in that area, and really be able to bring it back to like the grassroots of like why we even got into the scene in the first place.
Mhm.
I had a dope weekend myself. I was actually working at the Hard Rock for the Dolphins for a huge cancer event that they had, and it was dope, man. They did two huge bike marathons and then 2 running marathons. And I was on the main stage DJing. I got to meet the Miami Dolphins new coach out there, let them know I was down for the culture. I hope it's a winning culture that they bring in to South Florida, because when they're winning here, it's off the chain. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
we can do more with that. But yeah, no, it was definitely that was definitely a good one. And then I actually had a back to back where I had to drive up to Jupiter, Florida, which was about a 50-minute drive where I was going from. And then I had to do a private event at a country club, man. And they almost hit us with the oopty wopty, because I get there right, and
Uh-huh.
I hit sound check up. Go there, hit sound check up, and then we're all wondering, we're like, okay, are we gonna get our vendors meals? And for those who don't know, usually if you're working a private event at an establishment, they'll have a meal set aside for you for the vendors, who are us, and then they'll take us there. So the lady, she walks us downstairs and around the corner, and then around another corner, and then in through a door, and then it's the laundry room. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what was going on here? And then the break room was around on the other side, and then we
Oh,
got
okay.
put in that break. I thought I was gonna have to fold some towels for a second.
For you to work.
But it was, the crazy thing was, it was it was so, like, mentally, I had to go from that event early in the day where I'm on
Hmm.
this stage and they want me to provide all this energy, and then I had to go to this other event where I think one thing that I'm definitely, I don't want to say having trouble, because it's just a new challenge and it's just something that I'm learning. This is a new set of people. After leaving the Bay Area, I got really good to understand who are the people there. So I'm understanding the different types of people from the different areas in Florida that I'm gonna be in.
Hmm.
And this is a crowd that It's like almost like I have to turn myself down, but I'm already buzzing from this level of something that I was doing on this one side. And that's just like something that I think that I'm trying to, like, really.
Wait, are you saying from event to event?
Well, it was like, I did that event and it was on a stage in front of all these
Hmm.
people, and it has to be like big hype energy because we got people running and biking and stuff like that. And then I had to go to this other, it was like a country club in, like,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
and this
Oh,
was
two totally different things.
this was
Two totally different
yeah,
things.
no, and this was a country club where you had to show your ID as you're driving on. Then they tell you can go, and then when you park and walk around, everyone looks at you like, "What are you doing here?
Right.
What are
I've
you
never
doing here?"
seen you before.
Like I would, like, if
Yeah,
you were either
yeah.
valet or working. If you were valet or you working in the kitchen, there was no other
Exactly.
brothers out, yo. So you knew you
Two,
were supposed
two,
to be
two totally
there.
different worlds.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
shouts out to the company that sends me out there, rock with you and everything like that, giving me the opportunity and stuff like that. But it's just
bro.
like,
That's how double bookings go nowadays. When you're
yeah,
double booking in days now, I've come across that a couple times as well. They're like, you got to wear those many hats, man, and that's why your library's got to be deep and your patience got to be on 1,000, and you got to know how to move in those different rooms.
yeah, I agree. And I think the one thing, just to kind of piggyback to our conversation from the other week, is just like, there's a lot of things that go through our minds when we're in rooms like that. It's like, how can we present with flavor, being us, but how can we present not too urban at the
Yeah,
same time?
yeah.
So it's something that it's just really something that a lot of people don't have to think about until you are in that situation. And that's just it's something like we could have 30 million episodes about that one specific
Yeah,
subject. But
yeah.
it sucks because you almost don't want to highlight it, so people, but it's also something that we literally go through anytime we press play on a
It can happen
controller.
at any. It could happen at any time, and
Hmm.
this might not be the best take, but doing certain events based off location, a conversation I've had, type of events, sometimes I prepare for the worst.
You have
I'll
to.
tell you this. I'll tell you this. You know what event I prepare for the worst?
What?
School events. When
Yeah.
I do school events, especially elementary, middle school. Oh my God. They be hitting me with some, oh, and we need this type of contract, and we need this type of insurance, and we need you to sign this document stating something about what was it? Like child molestation or something like that, bro. And then like I got one right now, literally right now, happening April 18th, where send them the contract, invoice. I'm still waiting on the deposit. I haven't received my deposit, but I just received an email today saying, hey, our tech guy, we're having problems with our tech guy. Since you're coming an hour early, do you think you can help set up our projector and all our other AV stuff while setting up your equipment? I haven't even responded back to the email yet, bro.
But hey, man, when did school? And that was kind of why I had to stop rocking with schools, because they don't get it.
No, they don't.
They're so void of what it's like to work with. Like, they have no
But
idea.
in their defense, well, I wouldn't defend this school because it is a very, very prestigious
Right.
school. But in their defense, though, they don't make a lot of money in the education, which isn't fair.
Right.
You know, so I think that they already have this like persona, like, well, I'm doing it for, I don't want to say pennies on the dollar or whatever, but if I'm doing it, you could do it too, right? And it's just like, no.
Doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like
Doesn't
that.
work like that. And then they don't understand, like, we are bringing this gear in, and kids don't have any idea or respect for what that's like. I remember when I was really getting my foot wet in the private events, I did a school dance, and they knocked over my brand new light and crushed it, and I was looking at them like, you're gonna pay for this? And I forgot to put it in the contract that if they broke anything, they would have to reimburse me, and I did not get so
Yeah,
I still got I'm still sore about that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel I can tell he's like,
oh, I want to beat that little motherfucker. Oh, dude.
Nah, but whenever kids are around, bro, my first thing in my mind, I'm like, where are your parents? Like, where are the teachers? Where is the staff? Like, there is no protection, bro, none whatsoever. And yeah, so to go back to what we were saying at the top of the conversation, that we could talk about that on every episode. And unfortunately, that's the reality. But I do have that mind state for certain events. You know, and you know it too, because you passed me events, you're like, oh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a fun one. You know those fun ones and those good ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then there's those ones you're like, do I really want to do this?
I can sense a fun one from the first email. Like, I know when something's gonna be like lit, and I know when it's like the metaphor I can say, it's like eating your vegetables. It's just like you're eating vegetables.
Yeah.
Like, you're just getting like Brussels sprouts with no seasoning. Boiled Brussels sprouts.
I know this is good for me,
and you
I don't like it, but
you crunching them, and it just tastes like nothing, like just crunchy water.
And the cool part is those are the ones that do typically pay well, though. To be honest with you,
but then there's the ones that just pay all right.
Like,
it's not bad, it's not good. It's just money. Like, it's just like a bait. Like, you go on one base, like you hit the ball and you made it to first. That's it. Yeah. And you're just there for 3 hours, like transition.
Next song.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I remember I did one at a high school, and it was just me playing for them, and they got a bounce house and stuff like that. And it was like indoors though. So it was like,
wait. Is the bounce house that got the generator? Is it hella loud?
Yeah, it was hella loud, man. And it was inside, and I'm just jamming out while these kids, but there was churros there. So, and that's wait,
hold on. I can't let you walk away too. You got to have this one thing run through your mind, because it happens to me at least 4 or 5 times a year.
What?
Have you ever had that question when you DJing and you say, why am I here? Why'd y'all hire me?
Oh yeah, but like
not even just me. Why'd you hire a DJ?
Yeah, No, they definitely didn't need me there for that, and they definitely didn't book me again because
They realized. They realized
they
like,
realized they didn't need to. Like, I mean, I did, and it's not like on me not
no, of
doing
course.
good. It's just like they realized like they had to squeeze some budget for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And but I mean, hey, when you're building your clientele, you gotta kind of like do stuff like that. And there's a means to an end, but it's just like you have to like get the portfolio in. So like, yo, this is why we have these conversations, because gigs like those are the ones that you appreciate the most while you're doing gigs like Cardi B.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be totally honest with you, but the latest gig I had was the crab feed. So I did the Cardi B Friday, then I did my day party Saturday, and then I did the crab feed after that Saturday night. And the crab feed was the most fun one. It was the most it was super fun. Cardi B was great, but I already talked about the rules and restrictions and guidelines they have for me. So I was in a box, like
Right.
I was in this box, like literally. And but it was still fun, and I get it. Like it's Cardi B. People that tend to not know how to act, but like I said, it went well. Saturday was the day party. That's always fun and cool. But the crab feed, oh man, that was great. I showed up early. They didn't give me no restrictions on the music. They were like, "We trust you. Just we this is the age range that it's gonna be. Just make sure the microphones work and rock out. And we're gonna feed you. You could drink till you pass out. Of course, I didn't, but they paid me the day that they hired me. So that was all. I already came in like, oh, you about to get my best shot now. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, and we're
and
charged up. Did you get
and
some crab though?
they had crab. So it was a crab feed, but they had crab, they had brisket, they had pasta. Yeah, and the brisket was on point. Shout out to Chef Michael. I don't remember his last name, but he was fire. And then I did this sick mix, bro. He came out, he brought the food, and he was like, "Can I get a request?" I was like, "Of course." He was like, "I want Thizzle Dance by Mac Dre." I just so happened to my next song queued up was Dancing Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I dropped Dancing Queen, and he asked for
Ooh.
Thiz Dance, and I was like, "I could play Thiz Dance after this."
Yes, you could.
And I looped, "You can dance, you can dance," and I just had the beat going boom, 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 dun. You can dance.
Oh man.
Dude, he ran out like, what is happening right now? I should have recorded that. That would have been a nice little moment for me to put on the gram. I mean, I could do it again. It wasn't hard at all. I'm surprised I never did that before. I thought I was like, why have I ever did this? I'm pretty sure somebody's done that before. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I created that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that, and man, he lost his mind. People were dancing, people were having a great time, man. And it was like that perfect pocket from like it was no kids,
Nice.
and it was like 30 to like 70-year-olds. So I'm killing them with the from the 90s, 2000s, all the way like they're loving Tina Marie, Michael Jackson, Luther Vandross, like all the Motown. I was like, oh, I can't miss. Like, I don't think I missed on one song that night.
Vibe gigs are the best.
Oh yeah. Oh, vibe. Oh yeah. Yeah. Vibe
gigs.
gigs. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wouldn't even like people say, oh, that's open format. And I'm like, kind of, but it was all like I love throwback house music. I love throwback pop music, but I could tell it wasn't that. You know what I mean? They wanted their classic Bay Area,
Right.
their classic R&B, soul, and Motown. Like I just looked around and was like, "Yep, that's what they want." You know what I mean? And it was fire.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
what
I
I'm
took
talking
over a
about.
little bit right there. It was such a great time.
No, man, no. I love. That's why we get on here to check in with each other to learn a little
Yeah.
bit more about each other's gigs. And it's funny because the video that I actually have to show us has something to do about being able to serve the different types of crowds that we're in front of. But you know we got to pay some bills, and before
Oh
we do
yes,
that,
sir.
we got to talk about Hello Energy Gummies. Had to take 2 of them before I hopped on the show because you know I had to have at least a little bit of energy to make sure I do this podcast with my guy. When I got the Alpha GPC, the ashwagandha, the L-theanine, electrolytes up in here. You eat 2 of these Hello Gummies, and you will be charged up. The link will be in the bio. Get you some of these, get you amped up, just like me and my man Nice for Life are on the check-in. Let me
Yes.
share my screen real quick. Listen to what this guy says about people who say that they couldn't be a
Be a
DJ.
terrible DJ. I be finding it funny when people be like, I couldn't be a DJ. I'm gonna just play what I want to hear. Like, okay. You want a cookie or something for telling people you be a terrible DJ? I be finding.
And there you have.
Right.
Yo, like, can you, like, that's really, you know, the gist of that video is hella funny. Hold on, let me stops. But yeah, the gist of that video is hella funny because it's like people don't really understand that like a lot of times we're not playing our favorite music
Nope.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Like we had a base of what we started on, that, you know, we had a love for a certain music that got us into DJing, but then we understood the business side of it, and we understood that we had to expand our palette more so we could be able to connect with crowds the way you did at the Crab Feed.
Facts. Big facts. And I'll tell you this, when you want to, and then you want to give back to the crowd, because I forgot to mention, I got 2 tips that night at the Crab Feed. So I use my QR code now. I put my QR code up.
There you go.
And I didn't even realize it until I started getting notifications on my phone. I was like, oh, the chick who, two chicks tipped me. One tipped me $50, the other one tipped me $10. Still though, great, right?
Nice.
I'm like, I got to give something back. You know what I mean? So I said, I got on the mic. I was like, who is such and such? I think her name was Monica. So who's such and such? She's like, oh, I'm right
Shouts
here.
out to Monica.
Shouts out to Monica. Big ups to you, girl. Appreciate you. I was like, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? And she said she wanted to hear Tracy Chapman, Fast Car.
Man.
Great song.
Yeah.
I rarely play that song, though. I have it, but I love it. Once you hear it, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember this song. You know what I mean? You know, but
that's
exactly.
A deep cut.
Like, what'd you say?
That's a deep cut.
It's a deep cut. It's definitely that's a deep cut. Now, imagine if I'm up there and I'm just like, oh, I'm only going to play what I like. And you're not willing to give back. Like, as a DJ, the first thing he even said, though, like, not him, but what he was like reiterating what people would typically say as DJ,
Right.
if they were DJs, you are of service. So you're here to serve the people. You know what I mean? I can try and play what I like, but majority of it is I'm here for your pleasure. So I need to play what you like. You know what I mean? And if I went in there with that mentality saying, oh, I couldn't be a bad DJ, I only play what I like. Well, Tracy Chapman wasn't really in my playlist a lot. I heard my parents play it. I heard it in a lot of movies. I wouldn't even say a lot of movies, but it's not something that I listen to on a daily basis. With that being said, it's a great song. But if I went in there and just played what I wanted to hear, I possibly would not have gotten those tips. I wouldn't have gotten that awesome review. I don't know if you saw that review I got.
Got a smoking review.
Smoking review. And that was being there for the people. You know what I mean? Playing what they wanted to hear. Of course, like you said, we start off with a little bit. This is our foundation.
Right.
But now I'm gonna, build off of that. And I'm gonna just try to throw some, like I said, they wanted these eras, and they're like, now their minds are opening it up like, well, if he played that, he probably has this. If he played that, he probably has this. You know what I mean? Like, if he played Michael Jackson, he gotta have Stevie Wonder. If he has to play Stevie Wonder, he has to have Prince. If he plays Sheila E., he gotta have Tina Marie. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things. And like I said, Tracy Chapman wasn't on my bingo card, but I damn sure played it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because those type of moments when you can fit in a song that maybe you're not gonna go bump that in the car afterwards, but if you're
Right.
able to fit in a song like that, you'd be able to catch someone's ear that you didn't think was in there, and that could lead to another gig. Okay, every time that we step out, that is an opportunity for us to plant a seed so we can get more money into our
Yes.
business. So we have to be prepared for all of those things. And again, it'll be like a gig, like we said earlier, where it's going to be like you're eating vegetables and you're crunching on boiled Brussels sprouts. But at the end of the day, it's those moments that will put you in position so you can make money, so you can stay in the DJ game. That is the key at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Keep the music going and staying in the DJ game so you can be a part of the DJ game. And I think one thing that we also need to tell DJs to learn is to find their balance of who they are. If they want to do, okay, say you want to do both nightlife and private events. It's
Mhm.
just figuring out your balance of both. I think that's a big thing that a lot of DJs need to understand is that you can have a balance of both where you can still have a club presentation and you
Mhm.
can still have a presentation for your private events that doesn't, make you corny. I think that there was a problem pre-pandemic where, there was no line between both. You were either doing one or the other. But then after the pandemic and people realized that they needed to make money, we needed to pivot. And
Mhm.
and I mean,
I'll say what the pandemic did, it leveled the playing field.
100%.
Leveled the playing field. Whereas these DJs up here doing all the clubs or these DJs up here doing all the private events, it brought everybody back to ground zero.
Mhm.
Like, all right, we're all starting at the same spot now. Now we all have an opportunity because when people were DJing live on Instagram or when people who didn't make it out of it or who pivoted to another career because they had to and they were unavailable for, as soon as we came out or they were scared. I wouldn't say scared, but fearful of catching it, the virus, the coronavirus, and people had to go with another DJ. And then
Right.
I think other DJs had time to work on their craft.
I was
You know what I
going,
mean?
I didn't give, call
I
me.
re I redid my whole library.
I was like, we had a DJ cancel because he was scared. I wasn't scared. I was
You know?
like, I'll be right there, dog.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
was in the first, I was in my car,
Yep.
straight to the gig. Give me a call. I knew that, like you said, it was the great equalizer. And I knew
Yep.
when that thing happened, that was my chance to strike. I was like,
Yep.
oh, it's a war of attrition now, and I'm gonna be here at
Exactly.
the end of this motherfucker.
Exactly, bro. And people were getting criticized. Y'all still throwing parties? You're still DJing parties?
Yes.
Yep.
Gavin Newsom's at the Napa Winery
Thank
having a
you.
sip himself too, so we're gonna
Thank
do
you.
it, my
Thank
friend.
you. Thank you. And the co-parts, I caught the coronavirus. I didn't catch it
Did you
till
get the
after the
OG? Did
pandemic.
you get the OG coronavirus? Did you get like the first wave or the second wave?
The second one. I got it when they opened everything back up.
Man, I got the first.
Oh, you got the first
I
one. Well,
got.
hold on. Let me go back.
Okay.
So, right before the world shut down, I was in Mexico
Okay.
for a wedding. I DJ'd out there. I am not gonna lie to you, B. I came back sick as a dog. I was like, what the hell? Not even thinking of, like, I heard a little bit about the coronavirus, but I was like, it ain't that. Now that I think about it, I think I caught it twice because I
Oh
was
yeah.
sick as hell. I can't. So the wedding was Valentine's Day 2020.
Uh
Went out there, like I said, hung out, did my thing, came back. I was sick as hell. The world shut down. I think like a week later. I was like, I didn't think of it even having I had the coronavirus. You know what I mean? I don't even think they had testing for it yet. Or maybe they did. I don't know. But then I caught it again in 2022. But I'm almost for sure I had it when I got back from Mexico. That first when they shut the
Right.
world down.
Nah. So I didn't know it was this, but it was definitely after I had thought about it because I'd gotten sick, and then shortly after I got better, all of it happened. But what had happened was I was at and shouts out to the brother in this story. I was at my old residency at 10:15, and I was DJing that night. I had finished DJing, and this is old school club, so don't hold it against me. But you could smoke some weed in there. So I remember there was this fella, this Asian fellow in there, and he was smoking a blunt, and I just finished DJing, so I was like, yeah, I'll pay me that.
Let me get that.
I hit a little bit of that, yeah. And I remember I left, and I'm driving back home, and I start feeling a little
Immediate.
I hit a little scratchy on my throat.
Immediate.
The next morning I woke up, it felt like I got ran over by a truck. I can't breathe, and I'm snotty. I mean, all bad. My body, I'm like twitching in bed. And I remember because I was down bad because I think the Super Bowl was like the next day on Sunday after that, and I was down bad for like a week and a half. It just felt like my kid, everything was just shutting down. And then COVID had happened, and then I thought about it, and I was like, yo, that was definitely that. Like I was like, that was definitely that. And then my second round of COVID, I got, I think, my girlfriend, she had gone somewhere and came back, and she had gotten sick with it. And then at this time, I got booked in Vegas to DJ at the Emporium out there, but she had gotten me sick, but I couldn't turn it down. Yeah. So I drove to Vegas. Foaming. I mean, foam. And then I look, and I'm gonna say sorry to the person that let me stay at their crib. I knew I had it. Yeah. I was a super spreader. I was the outbreak monkey. I came in that house, and I just was like, yo, I'm so tired. That drive kind of got me. Little did they know, I'm on one right now, fighting it. I'm like trying to hold my cough
hold
back.
It in.
And so I was like, okay, I need to take a nap. I take a nap, I get up, and I go to the Emporium to go DJ. Boy, when I tell you that was the longest DJ set of my life, bro, when I tell you, because they were open, I think, till 3 a.m, and I had to start at 9. And I'm talking a marathon. I'm like, luckily they had a couch where the booth was. So there would be times where I DJ, and I would just sit on the couch. I would be like, yeah. My head would be rolling. And man, I remember I got back to the house, and then I was just the next day, I was in bed the entire day. Woke up the next following morning, and I had to sneak out of there because I felt bad because I had been in there just dead off a coat, just coughing and hacking the next day. And I drove back to the Bay from Vegas, head hanging out.
Real soldier.
Yo, bro.
And that could be like a 7-hour drive if you leave at the wrong time.
It was ungodly. And then spent the next 2 weeks on the couch.
Done.
Bedridden, just hunched over, annihilated, man.
Yeah.
My goodness. What a time. What a time we had to live through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And yeah, man, the biggest thing is that we were able to just come back on the other side, and then everything opened back up. And then, after that, the ones who were able to put in the work for the places where a lot of people were scared to go to,
yep,
we were able to maintain and still be there on the other end.
Yep. I know a few DJs who didn't make it out on the other end of the pandemic. Not that they got sick or they died or anything, but they
kind of bowed out.
Kind of bowed out. Yep, they bowed out. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna do it. And then a lot of new DJs emerged.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. But like I said, they leveled the playing field. A lot of people got forgotten about. You know what I mean? During the pandemic, I ain't calling him. I ain't really like him anyway. I ain't really like her anyway. Or this, that, and this. Let me get somebody new. Let's get some fresh blood up in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, no, and that definitely is what happened, and that was also the key to, where I figured out where where I had to make that pivot into the private side, man. And
Oh
I think
yeah.
COVID just like opened eyes, I think, for everybody,
Hmm.
seeing which way things were going. So that was definitely something to like really, what a time, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was what a time. And sometimes, well, we'll put a pin in it here. Sometimes I wish it had happened again.
Why, why, why would you, why?
Just because we need another hard reset. Unfortunately, we need another hard reset. We're about to go to World War III. People are acting crazy again. You know how I feel about that. Like I said with Trump, like I don't even want to get all political and stuff and who voted for who, and I don't care. All I know is that this man creates chaos. I don't care how much money he brings. I don't care. When that man is in office, chaos.
Yeah, man. It's been a roller coaster ever since Kobe died. Honestly, ever
Yeah.
since Kobe
Oh
died,
yeah.
ever since Kobe died, nothing was the same. Like
Nothing's been the
really,
same.
but it's so crazy. The world's about to happen, and I feel so desensitized. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, like, bro, like, I
And
like,
apparently, there's hella shit going on over there.
there's
Like all the war, all the American U.S. bases are getting hit and attacked and all
and
kind of
bro,
shit.
even think about it like this: the news we're seeing isn't the
Isn't the real?
same as the news that they're seeing also.
Right.
So it's really, there's so much going on, and it's just like I've been for the last 6 years I've been getting bombarded with just like insane thing after insane thing after, and I don't have like, I got nothing else to get. I can't.
Right.
It's I like I'm literally not shocked by anything anymore.
Right. Bro, we are super desensitized to stuff now, and it's scary, bro. And that's why I said, even with, like I said, if we the world shut down again, it's kind of like, everybody kind of be like, yeah, I don't want to go to work anyway. Yeah, I don't want to be around people anyway. Man, I kind of want to stay in my house anyway.
No,
Like,
let's not bomb them today. It's
yeah,
we're locked down. I mean, yeah,
ain't,
man.
ain't nothing going on outside anymore anyway. Like, bro, Vegas ain't even the same no more. Play outside isn't the same.
Nah, outside definitely doesn't hit the same anymore. It has to be a very curated outside for me to even go outside at
Yeah,
this point. And I feel like everyone feels that way. And it's like, yeah, no, good that you pointed that out. I mean, Vegas is definitely, um, it does not hit the way Vegas, I think. Just, I mean, I did one of my reactions on like why Gen Z isn't drinking anymore, and it's
I saw
just,
that.
I don't think that we're just in a different age right now where that type of market isn't, people aren't really looking for it anymore.
It's just, well, in my personal opinion, it's not fun anymore. Like you have to enjoy one, you have to enjoy alcohol, you know what I mean? And I think with this era of the camera and the amount of dumb things people do and how you can get caught so much easier now,
Right.
people are just like, yeah, I'm gonna steer away from that. You know what I mean? Like I don't even want to put myself in a position to be embarrassed or do something that I'm possibly even going to regret. And um
The juice isn't even really worth the squeeze anymore,
and
honestly.
that was gonna be my very next point, bro.
Yeah.
They done already one, this next generation isn't making as much money as we did coming up. That's one. And two, they're really looking at it like because again, they don't have the music videos, they don't have the ambassadors of alcohol people in the music aid. They're talking about hard drugs now in songs.
Yeah.
They're not talking about just in the club drinking Patron and 1942 and stuff like that. But they're looking at it like, why am I paying $600, $700 for a bottle that's $180 at the store, or a $30 bottle of Hennessy at the store? Why am I paying like we were wilding?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I also think there are just better party cities.
Yeah.
Like if you
Oh yeah.
really,
Oh yeah.
want to get your bang for your buck,
Oh
there are
yeah.
so many other cities you could go to in America that have a very well laid out.
Shout out to Arizona.
Shout out to Arizona. Yo, I'm watching this show on A&E in the Ozarks of
Mm-hmm.
Missouri, and
Mm-hmm.
apparently there's this
Yep.
strip. You know what I'm talking about?
You know I'm from Missouri.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you know okay, so that strip
They
that's
get
in
on them boats.
yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm watching the show and this strip is just like actually
Yeah,
pretty lit. Like I'm
yeah,
not like you
yeah,
could go out there and you would get the most sloppy drunk Beckies
yeah,
for a bucket of beers.
yeah.
You get a bucket of beers out there.
And you're not even spending an arm and a leg either.
No. So what
No.
yo, why go to Vegas?
Right. Why?
Why at this
Why?
point? I mean,
They don't even have buffets anymore. Like it used to be deals out there in Vegas. Used to be deals.
deals.
Like it was other than just nightlife and gambling. There were so many other things you could do. There were so many other amenities, and they
Totally.
just stripped all that away, bro.
They really did. They tried to
Or they raised the
squeeze
price 400%.
yeah, man. That's so sick.
I used to literally go to Vegas for the Wins buffet because they had snow crab for the low.
Mm.
I used to be like, oh, I'm about to go mess that snow crab, boy. I swear, like the buffets. I mean, even the Bellagio's buffet wasn't even crazy expensive. You know, like all the buffets were like, you could really get something nice, eat till you damn near had a heart attack, line your stomach up, get full so you could drink your night away and you'll be okay. Yeah, you can't do that no more.
No, you cannot. And
No.
it's really unfortunate because they just kind of made the barrier of entry so unbearable, and
Yeah,
then you get down to it and then you like really squint your eyes and like you like look around and you're like, this is kind of gross.
yeah, it's not nasty.
It's kind of gross, but I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, there's levels to it. Obviously, like if you're able to penetrate through that glass ceiling that's there, and you could break into the Vegas scene. But to be honest with you, man, that's like a lot of those people are very shop worn, and they kind of like take their whole soul from them, from what I've
Yeah,
seen, and you know, it's a vicious kind of cycle. But if you can get it to the point where it's like you have a song out and you're like Martin Garrix and you can go there and play your set at Omnia, you know, and you can get Vegas is a very get in and get out. After 3 days, I'm like, I've had enough.
oh, bro, I was gonna say 2 days. 2 days. Well, no, yeah. Actually, I'll give you 3 days, 2 nights.
Yeah.
If I'm there for a third night, oh, I'm in trouble.
No.
I shouldn't be here. Why am I here?
No.
Take me home.
Because it's like if you go on vacation somewhere that has a beach, at least they have a beach you can go to, and that can buffer in some of the extra time. Like them dirty pools in Las Vegas. Like I don't
bro.
want to spend
If I
no
go to
time there.
Hawaii, my minimum is 10 days. That's a minimum for me.
Mm.
Like I have to be there for 10 days. I have to. Like no discussion.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then you could end up going like on the Big Island, and like the
Yeah.
Big Island has like a great strip down there,
Yeah.
and you could just go out there and you would probably spend way less bread than you would
Yeah.
spend in Vegas, and you wouldn't have to spend like $17 on a bottled water. If that's what you're trying to get.
Hawaii is pretty expensive. I'm not gonna
No, it
sit
is.
up
It
here.
is. No, it is. But I
But
feel,
for like milk and like stuff, and it's
yeah,
because they got to get it all imported in.
for
But
sure.
with that being said, there's a lot of enjoyment you can have out there without spending money. I can literally walk this strip up and down,
That's facts.
and give me a nice cool drink. What are you about to do today? I don't know. I'm about to just walk up in Waikiki and Honolulu just cause there's so much entertainment on the street, on the hotels. I mean, in the hotels, just the scenery itself is just like and everybody there is happy to be there.
Do you have a party, a city that you would suggest anyone if they were looking to have a Vegas party or energy along those lines that you would tell them to go to? Any
Um,
other honorable mentions?
um, ooh, I would. God damn, what's that other major city in Arizona? It's not Phoenix. It's
Scottsdale?
another. Huh?
You know, not we did. Did we say Scottsdale?
Scottsdale. There
Oh
it is.
yeah,
Scottsdale.
go to
Oh,
Scottsdale.
woo.
Go to
I,
Scottsdale, dude.
I would say go. I would say go to Scottsdale. I would
Go to
say go
Scottsdale.
to Denver. Has a good nightlife. People don't know Denver has a good nightlife. I did a couple shows out there. I would have said Portland, but Portland is not the same anymore. So let me go ahead and X them out.
Portland kind of never been on my radar. North
Bro.
Carolina. When I
Oh
lived
yes,
there,
yes, North Carolina, Charlotte as well.
go to Raleigh.
Austin as well.
Yeah, Austin's. Well, hey man, first off, shouts out to everybody in the tragedy in Austin. We send our
Oh, I know.
condolences. No
There's so much news and propaganda being thrown at us. I forgot all about that, bro.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy, bro. That's
that's gonna be another thing we have to think about in nightlife right now. I think I think one of the biggest reasons I left nightlife for the most part is because that is an element even without the political climate that we always have to worry about.
Yeah.
And
didn't that happen in Orlando too?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, that happened at the gay nightclub in Orlando. Yeah. And that's something like, I mean, we're not in a lot of the times it's not an open air nightlife establishment where you could just kind of like hop out the side. Right. You're trapped in a box. Like when someone starts like,
yeah,
and you're just like bumping into walls and each other and stuff like that. Like we really have to think about that. Like, that's the easiest place these people can hit us. And it's just like so crazy that like we really have to be mindful of those things, like really knowing the exits in places.
Bro, you literally just took the words out of my head. Whenever I scout a location, I wouldn't say scout, but whenever I'm doing venues or I'm working, when I get hired for it, first thing I do is Google it, look it up. Where is it at? Especially private events. But when I'm in there setting up, I am definitely looking at my escape plan. It sucks that we have to feel like that or look at it like that. But it's like, it's not like y'all got security here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just think about it when we were DJing at the Valencia room in San Francisco, when you're upstairs. Something go down in there, you gotta somehow get over to the other side of the room, get to the steps, make your way down the steps and not get trampled on from the other people that are going to be behind you, make it out the door, and then like not encounter more bullshit in the mission in San Francisco.
Wow, still packing up and having all your equipment.
Yeah. And I mean, thank God.
But at that point, the only thing I'm grabbing is my laptop. They could keep everything else.
For real. I'll get another laptop.
Exactly. Everything else is replaceable.
I'll get some more USB cables. It's good.
Yeah, you can have the mics.
Yo.
If I brought my own board, man, that's a hard L, but I'll take that. All I need is the head of the snake. That's all I need.
Oh my God, dude, that is no, that's facts, man. So I just think leaving out here, we got to make sure everybody be mindful of just keep your head on the swivel out here in this current climate of nightlife. Again, our condolences to everybody that was in Austin that night. No one should ever have to go through anything like that. We really care about the status of people being able to have parties so we can actually have the content to talk about it on this show.
Quick question.
What's up?
It's open carry out there, right?
I think so. So I mean, in a state like Texas, you can easily access guns. I mean,
easily go down.
It can easily go down, man. So just make sure that you're always like not just outside, just being drunk and belligerent. Like you're keeping your P's and Q's about you and making sure that you're watching out for what's out there, because you never know what can happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do you got any other things coming up this week that you gotta put out?
Yeah, man. I got so again I'm back at Buddha. Saturday we got YK Osiris, we got Headband, 2 young artists coming through. I don't know if you know about YK Osiris.
I do.
He's got that song Worth It. Yeah, he was going through a whole lot. Yeah, he's going through a lot of stuff on his come up. But we got him coming through on Saturday, and then with Headband, he's got that hit song Boo.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be doing that event, and then that's I mean, I got my residency on Saturdays at the Sandbar, but I think this is gonna be the last slow month. I think next month, I think it's back to work, man. Hopefully, hoping.
Nah, man. No, we're gonna get the booking. I'm just kind of cooking up on my private events, really
My
focusing.
bad. I meant to ask you what you got coming up.
Mostly just privates. Honestly, this
Yeah.
month is just pretty heavy on the privates. I actually was able to kind of get in with another company who kind of does some booking for like the nightlife out here. So there will be a spot here in Fort Lauderdale that I will be DJing at soon.
Nice.
It'll be a home game for your boy, but it'll be one of my first like nightlife spots out here that I'm gonna have coming up. So I on
I'm
Friday.
coming out there this year, bro.
Say no, yeah, I want you to come see it. No,
Yeah.
you come out here,
Yeah.
will change your life. But yeah, that's gonna be one of the spots. I'm gonna go out there on Friday, and I gotta just meet one of the guys that work with the company and kind of get to
Mhm.
know this place. So little by little, that's coming. Really driving in on this content, man. So we're gonna keep locking it in. Same time, same place. It's your boy DJ Brandon Beach, my main man. Nice for life. You know it. Make your way back in here, like, comment, and subscribe. This
Please.
is the check in. Peace.